turn my helmet in, walk to the 50-yard line. Just the coach and me after we lost 8-10 and I cried, man, next time to get in here I'll have to buy a ticket. Can't you give me 5 more minutes? Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. Wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit it and give myself 5 more minutes. In '86, my grandpa said there's angels in the room. All the family gathered round, knew the time was coming soon. With so much left to say, I prayed, Lord, I ain't finished, just give us 5 more minutes. Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. I wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit it. Yeah, sometimes this old life will leave you wishing that you had 5 more minutes.
Good evening. Welcome to Senior Night 2020. Welcome to everyone, particularly Dr. Dicely, Mr. Fritschew, Mr. Mosser, but most especially to Andrew, Emmett, Kobe, Sam, Alex, and Adam. Men, I've expressed to you how deeply I wish that we could be doing this in person. We can't, and once again, you've demonstrated how to turn a situation that isn't the one that we all hoped for into the best possible one that we can come up with. Welcome this evening. I'm glad that we're able to do this. Welcome also to Mr. Zeber, who will be doing our play-by-play, so to speak, as he does every year. Gentlemen, congratulations and welcome to Senior Night.
Good evening. Like the rest of you, I was really looking forward to a traditional end of the year to our school. I was looking forward to the celebrations. I was looking forward to the athletic events. And unfortunately, gentlemen, that didn't happen. Until now, we were able to count on certain things. There were things that we were always able to rely on. March Madness, NCAA wrestling finals, Major League Baseball, high school athletics, the American Hockey League. And the one that hit me yesterday was the Make-A-Wish Foundation convoy, the Mother's Day convoy. That's been a staple. That didn't happen. Baseball was and is the signal that we're leaving spring and entering spring and headed towards summer. Baseball has always been that welcomed event. I never imagined that we would end up not having a baseball season. I can't imagine how you feel at this point, especially you seniors. As I thought about talking to you tonight, I was reminded of a scene in the movie Field of Dreams. I went back and I looked it up because I want to make sure I said it to you correctly. In the movie, there's a line that goes, "The constant through all the years has been baseball." Now hear this. The next line is, "It reminds us all that what once was good can be good again." That's very appropriate right now for our current circumstances. It will be good again. Baseball is a constant. and it is what will always join you together as teammates. This year, the memories weren't made at practice. They weren't made on those long bus rides to away games. They weren't made on the field. They were made by sticking together through perhaps the most difficult time in our lives, and reaching out and supporting each other and others. Each one, reach one. That's what this team did to make a difference off the playing field. By using your energy and your compassion for the good of others, you have adapted to your circumstances and made the best of a really lousy situation. Although I would have enjoyed celebrating the end of a successful and winning season with you, we didn't have a season. What I am honored to say to you, though, is that I'm proud of each and every one of you and how you represented the Red Lion Area School District, and for putting service to others above yourself and in the forefront of what should have been your season. I miss seeing you guys, but I'm confident, seniors specifically, that wherever you go, you're going to do well. I'll be there cheering you on wherever you land next year. I hope you're safe and I hope you're well. Go Lions.
Well, good evening. This is surely an odd way to end the season for you. And as I watched the video, I was struck by a couple things. There were 3 Red Lion graduates. Micah, who I think we all know has really had some issues that he's had to deal with personally. Wyatt and Nate Neff. Micah was unfortunately behind a pet catcher and didn't get a chance to play as much as he wanted. Wyatt, on the other hand, was a star pitcher for us and played and continued to play in college. And Nate Neff is, in some ways, one of the voices of Red Lion baseball. Each one of them said the same thing. Remember your teammates. Remember the game. You are bonded now more than any other team that we've had in the past by this pandemic. And I hope as we move forward, you seniors understand that nothing is given. Nothing is given in this world, and go get what you want, wherever that may be, in college, in the military, in your personal lives. Go get it. And you underclassmen, you just need to remember that what happened this year. So when you're thinking it's time to complain in the training room about a practice you have to do, or you have to get up early, you're going to get to do something that this class didn't get to do. And I really hope that we all learn from it and we don't take anything for granted. I'm sure, as everybody has said throughout this whole process, we will get through this. There will be a new normal, and baseball will continue as it always has. It is the definition of our American lifestyle. So, seniors, I wish you nothing but the best. You upcoming players, remember that it's all about the work you do from this point forward when we can get back out on the field. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you all for putting this together for the kids.
It's a pleasure that I had the opportunity to talk to each and every one of you. We're going to make this somewhat brief, but I wanted to touch on a little bit about Wyatt, what he said or printed out in his little blurb, that you can never take anything for granted. Last year didn't end quite the way I believe everybody anticipated or would have liked it to end. And you figured you're going to have this year to come back and to relive or to make up for how the season ended last year. Well, the problem with that is you can never be guaranteed that you're going to have tomorrow or that you're going to have anything. So if one of the things that we can take from this is that we learn that you can't take anything for granted. You always have to play that game as if it's going to be your last one. You don't want to have that regret thinking that, maybe if I would have done that, maybe I could have done this. But we'll never have that or never know that for you guys this year. And that's something that we can always learn, and it's a life lesson that we can live from and for the future. I do want to thank you also, and Coach Lawrence, for the items that you guys have done outside of the season. You didn't have a season, but you didn't let that stop you. You guys still met. You sent letters to the senior living home. You sent letters to the York Hospital. You ran the food drive that was all over the place this past weekend. That makes you guys better men, and for that, you'll never forget that as well. So gentlemen, thank you first of all for the time. Seniors, good luck to whatever it is that you choose to do. And to everybody, remember, you never know what's going to happen, so don't ever take anything for granted.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the students, faculty, staff, and administration of the Red Lion Area School District, I'm the voice of the Lions, Kevin Zieber. It was indeed an honor for me to be asked to announce this virtual senior night via Zoom for our young men, and for that, I say thank you. Tonight, our virtual baseball senior night via Zoom tonight is special, and we are taking time to acknowledge our seniors and their parents. Here now are the class of 2020 senior Lion baseball players and their parents. Our first senior is right fielder and pitcher, Mr. Andrew Buckley Uzmed. Joining him tonight is his adoptive mother and father, Amy Uzmed and Steve Uzmed, and his sister, Olivia Buckley Uzmed. Unable to join us tonight is his biological mother and father, Thomas Buckley and Michelle Buckley, and his adoptive sister, Rachel Uzmed. He is a 2-year varsity player and 3 years playing in the program. Andrew's plans after graduation are to attend Millersville University to major in chemistry pre-pharmacy. Andrew would like to thank his parents, Amy and Steve, for, quote, supporting my playing baseball all these years and taking me to all of the practices and games, end quote. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andrew Buckley Uzmed. Our next senior is pitcher and shortstop, Mr. Alex Connors. Joining him tonight is his dad, Jason, mom, Emily, and sister, Hannah. Alex has 4 years in the high school program with 2 years on varsity, earning his varsity letter last season. In school, Alex is an honor roll and distinguished honor roll student and has been involved in soccer, basketball, and a season of cross country. His plans after high school are to attend the United States Military Academy at West Point, where he plans on studying either economics or law. And upon graduation from West Point, he will serve as an officer in the United States Army. Alex would like to thank his parents for, quote, always supporting him throughout his school and sports career. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alex Connors. Next, we have senior catcher, Mr. Sam Coons. Joining him tonight is his dad and mom, Brian and Cassie, and 2 brothers, Ben and Regan. Sam has 4 years in the high school program and 2 years on varsity, and he is a member of Varsity Club. In school, Sam is involved in baseball and cross country, while being an honor roll and distinguished honor roll student, as well as an academic achievement award winner. After graduation, Sam plans to attend Towson University to study sports management and business. Sam would like to thank his family for, quote, helping him in every way imaginable, from going to the field and practicing with my brothers, or for mom and dad taking me to every game and practice and always supporting me. Thank you, end quote. He will also like to thank his coaches throughout the years, but especially Coach Naylor, Coach Connors, and Coach Lawrence. Quote, I wouldn't be the baseball player or person I am without you, end quote. And finally, he would like to thank his teammates. Quote, although our season was cut short, I loved all you guys as family, and I wouldn't change all the time we had at games and practices for anything. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sam Coons. Our next senior is outfielder, Mr. Kobe Martin. Joining him tonight is his mom, Teresa Martin, and dad, Lamont Martin. Kobe has played 4 years in the program and 2 years on varsity. He is an honor roll student, a member of Varsity Club, and in school, he is very involved in the TV studio. After graduation, he plans on playing football and studying communications at Miser Concordia University. Kobe would like to thank his teammates for always having his back and pushing him to work harder and to become a better ball player. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kobe Martin. Next, we have senior third baseman and pitcher, Mr. Adam Naylor. Joining in tonight is his mom and dad, Rebecca and Joshua, and his two brothers, Caleb and Daniel. Adam has played 4 years in the high school program and 2 years on the varsity team, and he is a junior year. He was all-county honorable mention. He is a distinguished honor roll student all 4 years of high school, and he is involved in executive council and mini-thon. After graduation, Adam plans to attend Lancaster Bible College to study health and physical education and also play baseball. Adam would like to thank his immediate family and all of his grandparents for always coming to his games and supporting him. Quote, whether it was cross country, basketball, or baseball, it always meant a lot when the whole family was there for him, end quote. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Adam Naylor. And our final senior tonight is outfielder Mr. Emmett Simpson. Joining him tonight is his dad, Kirk Simpson, stepmother Carolyn Simpson, mom Jamie Shaw, and stepfather Ronald Shaw. Emmett has played 4 years in the high school program and 2 years on the varsity team, including, of course, last year's team that qualified for districts. After graduation, he plans on playing baseball at Penn State York and majoring in business management. Emmett would like to thank his family for, quote, constantly pushing him to do better, not only in baseball, but in school and life, end quote. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Emmett Simpson. The senior boys would especially like to thank Coach Lawrence, Coach Taylor, Coach Huff, Coach Schriefer, Coaches Logan and Adam Whitman, Superintendent Dr. Scott Dicely, Athletic Directors Mr. Fritzu and Mr. Mosser, parents, teammates, trainers Christian Schaefer and Shanley Harlacher for all they've done to support them in their baseball careers. Ladies and gentlemen, those were your 2020 varsity baseball seniors. We thank you for all that you have done for Redline Athletics, and let's hope and pray we never have to do this kind of senior night again. And now back to Coach Lawrence for some closing remarks. Coach?
Again, everyone, thank you for joining us this evening. Obviously, this is not the type of senior night that our seniors envisioned. But if we were ever to have a group who was going to have to grow through a process like this, this is the group. Sam and Adam, Kobe and Andrew, Emmett and Alex. We've not had a finer group of seniors pass through our program in the 5 years I've been here. To those 6 young men, I say thank you. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your honest effort, your understanding, your patience, and thank you for you. The young men who you are have blessed and enriched our program. We're all better off for having had you in it. Before I bid you adieu, again, a special thank you to Dr. Dicely, Mr. Fritzu, Mr. Mosser, Mr. Zieber, and most especially to Coach Naylor. This was extraordinarily well done this evening. And for the 30 minutes that we've been together, he spent hours and hours preparing. Without him, I have absolutely no idea what this would have looked like. But with him, it was a fitting tribute to the 6 young men who have done our program proud. Gentlemen, congratulations and good night.